expressions are brought to you by Brookie Mac. Go follow her in the description below. Hey guys, Chloe Gaming here, and I just want to apologize in advance if this sounds really bad. I am currently sick and my throat hurts, but I decided to torture myself even further by doing a story time today, because I thought, you know what, I haven't done a story time in a couple of days. I don't even remember. So yeah, I just decided to do another one. Let me stop rambling. Anyway, today's story time is kind of interesting just because, well, this happened when I was a child, and it wasn't just one event, it was multiple. I'm talking about dreams. Now, we all have dreams, and as children, our dreams are sometimes really exaggerated. For example, if you watch some scary movie at night, you'd probably have a nightmare or two about that movie, but really exaggerated. I mean, I didn't have a problem with that when I was a child just because I loved horror movies, and I still do. I will laugh at any horror movie, but if it's done right, I will screech. But basically, I'm talking about just dreams in general. Now, I'm not going to be talking about vivid dreams just because as a child I never had the ability to have vivid dreams. I think I had one dream that was vivid, but it was only for a second, and even then, when I realized that it was a dream, my dream took over again. So it was just a minute of recognition that, oh, I'm in a dream. But I actually have quite a few weird and interesting dreams. I'm actually going to start with one, and by the way, I don't remember what order they came in. I was like 5, 6? I don't know. Anyway, basically one of these dreams, when I was a kid, I used to sleep in my mom and dad's bedroom because I was scared, but my dad had slammed a door while I was asleep, causing me to have a nightmare for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, I had this weird dream that I was in my house. But, you know that weird vision thing that you get when you're dreaming? That it just looks real in the dream, but it's actually not? I look down my hall that leads to my bedroom, and the bathroom door just swings open. And then all of a sudden, stools and chairs and things like fly out from the bathroom, which I don't understand how chairs were in the bathroom, but they flew out at me, and I decided, hey, you know what, I'm gonna walk towards the danger. So I did, and then all of a sudden there was this, like, apparition. It was clear, you could see through it, but you could distinctly tell there was an apparition there, and it had red eyes. And at this point, I wasn't freaking out. I was like, okay, this is interesting and not scary at all. Yeah, not a ghost in a bathroom, that's not scary. So I walk up to it. It tries flinging a step stool that I had at me, but I dodge it. And then I stick out my hand, and I don't remember what I said to it, but apparently I made friends with the ghost. Apparently? I'm not quite certain, because the dream just ended, and I was like, what the hell just happened? And then another weird and scary dream that I had, it was a little bit scarier. It still spooks me to this day because I don't actually know what inspired the dream to happen, but I have two grandmothers, one that lives with me in my house along with my parents, as well as one who lives on the outskirts of my town. Or city, I should say. I was at that grandma's house on the outskirts of my city, and I fell asleep there for a night, and I had this weird dream where I woke up in my bedroom there, and there was a closet where there was supposed to be a shelf. I opened the closet, and I see this skeleton, but then when I look behind the skeleton, I see one eye just open. And I freaked out, I slammed the closet door, and I ran out, ran out to the living room that she had, and then I turned towards the kitchen, and where there was supposed to be a counter with a phone on it, and cabinets, was like this square tub or shower with shower curtains. I jump over the top of it and hide inside of it, and I just remember holding on to the top and looking over and seeing that monster just pass by. I can't really describe it now, but I think it was brown and gooey with one eye and black horns. I'm not quite certain, but that's the best I can come up with. Then, after that monster mysteriously disappeared, just randomly, I open the shower curtain and get out. Now, I turn to the hall where it leads to a bathroom, a laundry room, and 2 computer rooms. I try and walk down that hall to a really dark computer room with strange and creepy noises, and then I turn to the bathroom and I see my mom just standing there. And so I reach out for her and ask her for help, but something automatically drags me down to the ground, and I'm just like being dragged helplessly. I'm clawing at the ground. I'm trying to figure out how do I get away from this invisible force, while watching my mom disintegrate into salt or some white powder. And then I woke up. And let's just say that I wasn't freaked out originally because I was still trying to process what happened. And now, when I look back at it a couple years now, I'm like, that was creepy. And one final dream I have, well, I've had many more dreams, but this is the one that I want to cover last. I fell asleep in my grandma's room outside at my house right now. I fell asleep outside in her room, and I started having this dream that I was at my cousin's house, but no one was there. So I was walking through it, and then all of a sudden, I can't remember most of the dream, but I remember like these really weird parts. It was, I walked around the living room, and then I found this picture frame on a wall that wasn't supposed to be there, and I jumped through it, and apparently I magically turned into Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. And all of a sudden, when I dodge swords magically coming out of the painting, once they retract, I go back through and I turn into myself again. But then I see my family members standing outside in the backyard. So I walk over to the sliding door, and I slide it open, and I go out to them, and then all of a sudden a zombie apocalypse starts, and then I walk out to the different gate that wraps around the house, and I see a bunch of zombies. So I don't know why this happened, but I ran back to my family members and I just yelled, "Run!" but like really drawn out and long for no apparent reason until I ran out of breath in the dream. And then I could apparently super jump to the roof, and I tried to, but then a zombie just came up and snatched me and then just bit my leg, and then I woke up. But the strange thing that happened when I woke up is that usually in dreams you don't feel things, not really. You have like faint ghosting of feelings, but when I woke up where the zombie had bit me, I could feel like the tingling sensation of what it would feel like to be bitten by a zombie. And I was freaked out. I'm like, why do I feel this? So that was an interesting dream, I guess. But thanks for sticking with me. I'm sorry if this is really bad, just because I'm sick. Yay! But this is actually a really surprisingly long video, and I hope you guys have stuck this far. Anyway, I'll see you in the excuse me. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, guys. Have a great day.